Hey guys, this is Julie from Crafty Beach on YouTube, and we're going to make an Easter book stack DIY using some of these trays from the Dollar Tree. Now, I couldn't find three that were exactly the same. I kind of prefer the ones with the slats on the sides like this, but I did want to make sure they were all the same size because I want to do a stack of 3 books for Easter, and I am just covering up the openings on the side with some masking tape. An easy way to deal with that, you could go in and fill it with some wood filler and put a backing on there. But this is a quick way to do it. And then I am just going over the sides of the book, so where the pages would be, with some ivory paint on each one. I did notice when I went to distress this with my Antique Wax by Waverly, I love this. It kind of gives the, um, the illusion that it's pages of a book. You could see like the star cut out there, so I did have to go back and kind of mess with that a little bit so that you couldn't see that. So that was a disadvantage of the star for sure. It just kind of highlighted it because it's only covered with masking tape. But that's a quick hack to cover up openings and these signs like this when you want to use them for something quick. But I like the distressed look, and I like the look that it kind of gives you some pages there on the back of your book stack and on the sides. Now what I'm going to do is cover each one of my books with a different color of pastel gingham. I did design these free printables. I just printed mine out on regular paper, and I am just going to Mod Podge these onto our trays to look like books. So I did the top of the book and the side of the book, cutting it a little bit longer so I can pull that around to the inside of the open tray like that. I love a good book stack, and when you can make a big one like this, I think it looks even better. So I designed the gingham in the lavender, the light blue, and in a pink. And so I'm going to do the same thing here. I just start here at the top, and I make sure it goes all the way around so the binding of the book there, the edge, looks like it's completely covered in a book cover of some kind. And I really like the idea of all of them being gingham. It's a little bright on this video with my lighting. I should have probably turned it down a little bit because it can be a little bit hard to see when I go to add the letters to it here in a minute. But it turned out so cute. It was such a fun DIY to make. Once I get that all on there and dry, I just use a sanding sponge from the Dollar Tree to make sure my paper is a perfect cut here. It was almost the perfect size here. And I do that on all of them. Really easy way to cover these. For the letters, I wanted to use something from Dollar Tree, and I thought that the felt white letters from Dollar Tree would be really cute. So I spelled out hop on one and eggs on one. I thought this would be a cute way, and the white fuzzy really reminds me of like an Easter bunny. I know this part is hard to see. You'll be able to see it better here in a little bit. And for my third book, I said lamb. I wanted shorter words because these letters are a little bit big. And then I'm going to stack my books together. I do want them to sit a little bit crooked, so I attach them with hot glue to each other, just kind of going back and forth a little bit to add a little bit more dimension to it. And then I want to tie my book stack together. I'm going to do that with some Dollar Tree ribbon. I have some sheer light blue. I thought that would go well. So I just wrap that all the way around, gluing that inside the bottom tray. And then I also wanted to add a little bit of this pink rickrack from the Dollar Tree. I think that's so cute for Easter. I'm just gluing that directly over the blue sheer ribbon that I had on there for a little bit more fun. I did want to finish it off with a little bit something here, so I'm just going to use one of the little wood bunnies from the Dollar Tree that I stained with some Antique Wax by Waverly, and I'm just going to glue that onto my ribbon. And then I'm going to make a bow here for the top. So I take both of the ribbons that I used before, the rickrack and the blue sheer, and I'm just going to tie that down top here to make it look like my books are tied together, just in a simple bow here for the top. I do want to add something to the top. I'm going to sit like a little wood bunny on there, wood look bunny from Target Dollar Spot. This is how they turned out, my little Gingham Easter book stack. And for the printables, be sure to see the comments down below, and don't forget to check out my YouTube channel at Crafty Beach for more Dollar Tree DIYs.